Misty, yo, we increased some shares on Misty, and look at that dividend. Look at that dividend, yo. Yes, sir. What's going on YouTube? It's O'Neil from Tap to O'Neil, and as you guys can see, we back at the OG setup. Yes, sir. We back over here, and we doing our thing. As you guys know, it's another week, another $1,000. We gonna review the portfolio, do everything we've been doing. Still the same. We're gonna start out on the laptop at first, do our weekly $1,000 deposit, and then we're gonna switch over to the mobile version of the app, and then we'll go from there. So stay tapped in. All right, so as you guys can see, the account is sitting at $45,567. Well, that just changed. $45,568.76. Buying power is sitting at $10,943.44. So yeah, the market's been closed for a couple days. We had a long weekend due to the 4th of July, and so let's see how many performed on the week. Up $195.70 on the week. Let's check what the buying power is looking like. Okay, we're at low risk. We got a buffer of 6,882 and 66 cents to be exact. Our margin total is at $32,510.92. Our margin used is at $21,559.37. And you know, our futures is at 5,471.72, which is, as you guys know, half of the buying power. So we're gonna go ahead and start the deposit, and then let's just get the ball rolling. All right, do our 1,000 into the individual just once. Transfer. Continue with standard. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, let's see what the account is sitting at now. All right, we have $46,560.60. Our buying power went up 2,000. As you guys know, every time I invest $1,000 or deposit $1,000 into this account, Robinhood allows me to borrow $2,000 of their money. Our margin went from $21,000 to $20,559.37. So yeah, and then our risk buffer went up $1,000, so it's at $7,882.66 now. So yeah, looking pretty good. You know, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the mobile version of the app, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what's been happening in the portfolio this week. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, you know, it's at $46,566.31. As I mentioned, buying power margin decreased by $1,000, which is pretty good. Our futures went up about $1,000, so that's good. We haven't placed too many trades in. We still have the Tesla trades, which is set to expire in about 2 weeks, I would say. And then Coney, same thing. Got an $11 call on it, so it's been performing pretty good. So if you guys don't remember, I said I was giving you guys my plays for TSLL, and I ended up closing the position out. I didn't upload the video. I'll probably upload it before. I'll try to upload this before it. If I don't upload it before this video, I'm gonna put out a short of exactly me showing me closing out these trades. But I closed out my TSLL put because in after hours, as you guys can see, in after hours, it dropped below the $11.5 strike price. So if you guys don't remember, I had the $11.5 strike price. I covered that on the AI video, how I use AI to gauge my trades. So yeah, I had $11.5 strike price, and it was above that on the last trading day, and then after hours it pretty much went below the $11.5 strike price, but I already had closed out the trade before then, so that was a good call on my part. So we didn't end up getting assigned the shares, which either way I would have been fine with being assigned the shares regardless, because it just would have been good. But we had a lot of dividend payouts, and also make sure you guys stay tuned because I'm going to show you guys exactly how much I got charged in margin interest. So you see that $20,000, I'm going to show you guys exactly how much they charged me interest on the month for borrowing that $20,000. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to cover that. So as you guys know, we had a $98 dividend from TSLL. We made $148 off the put. We closed the TSL put for $4, And then we closed out a call on TSLL. We had a $14 call for $15. So the maximum we could have made was $315 off the call. As you guys can see, it says $315 call, and then we closed it out for $15. So we had to give up some of the profits, which was that $15. So we made a lot of money. We made a decent bit of money this week. I took my advice and I did not change any plays until the last day, which the only thing I changed was just closing out the positions, and that was it. And I didn't even really need to close out my call. I could have just kept it going. Let's see what else we did. Tesla, we're still above water on Tesla, up $11, 1.42%. So that's performing pretty good. Might be looking into buying opportunities this week. As you guys know, Elon Musk is announcing that he's starting a new political party. So that I don't know how the market's going to react to it. I don't know how Tesla, the stock, is going to react to it. We're going to see. We're going to see how it plays out. MSTY, yo, we increased some shares on MSTY, and look at that dividend. Look at that dividend, yo. Yes, sir. And this is one of the lower paying dividends, lower payouts, I would say, on the dividends. This is one of the lowest payouts that they had in a while. I think last month, let me show you how much they paid us last month for the dividend. They paid us $1.47 per share, and we only had 60 shares. So we're at 170 shares now. And let's see how much they paid. Did they pay us on the 170 shares? Because I remember purchasing a little bit late. So they only paid us on 160 shares. We're at 170 right now. So we were getting paid $1.24. We could have crossed that $200 mark if we got those extra 10 shares in. But yeah, I've been buying back into it. Anytime it's at that $20 range, I buy into it. Like, I definitely like to buy in at $20 because that's pretty much what people were buying into it a year from now. A year ago they was buying into it at $20, so I'm comfortable purchasing it for $20, even if it's in margin. So yeah, so that's what we did with Tesla out. Well, not Tesla, MSTY, sorry. So yeah, that's what we did with MSTY. And then we had a call. We made $5 off the call. Expired worthless. That was good. Let's see what else we did. We got Coney. Coney should be coming up next week. We're still above water on Coney. It had a nice pump up. As I said, I've turned off drip on these YieldMax funds, so that's gonna help me stay above water on them, and I'm not exposing myself to too much NAV. YieldMax, as you guys know, YieldMax is gonna do what it does. It pays me weekly. This week it paid me $15.90. And I'm still above water. I just been holding on to this almost $90, which is almost nearly 7%. Our average cost is at 12.90. So yeah, these YieldMax funds are, it's just beautiful. Like the pay. God damn. Sorry about that. The payouts have been pretty decent. Like, just getting paid $15 to $20 on a weekly basis just for holding the position in the stock. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. And it also helps cover however much I am paid in interest. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. We had a nice little dividend payout from Nvidia, about 7 cents, not too much. They're not really a dividend paying stock, more for growth. JP Morgan, we had an $8 dividend. It's pretty nice. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really change anything else. I did sell some positions. If you guys didn't notice, I did get rid of my Snap shares. There was the call. That was 2 weeks ago. I had placed a call on Snap at $8.5 strike price and got rid of those. Those shares got called away, and that's something I wanted to do to help clear up my margin, and that definitely helped. So we'll go into the traditional. We have $51 in buying power. It's sitting at $3,776.63. As you guys know, this is an all cash in account. We have about 300 shares of TSLL, so we just be placing covered calls on them. We're gonna wait till the market opens up to place the covered calls. And yo, this is a sleeper. I'm gonna make a separate video on Tech L. Yo, guys, Tech L is a sleeper. As I told you probably about 2 weeks ago, Tech L is like QQQ on steroids. It's a ETF that pretty much tracks the technology stocks in the S&P 500, the top technology stocks in the S&P 500. So it moves with tech, and it's just been beautiful. I only got 3 shares. My average cost is at $79. I'm up 23%. Purchased this about 3 weeks ago. Up $55, 23%. Like, imagine if I would have bought more shares. This would have been beautiful. And then we had a nice dividend payout, which is not really a dividend paying ETF, but we'll take it. It got reinvested into it, about 60 cents. So that's about 20 cents per share. We only had 3 shares. And yeah, so that's how that is going. We'll go ahead and turn in and transition into our Roth IRA. Roth has been performing pretty well. Went up $17.72. We have about $7 in buying power. We're at 25 shares of SCHD. The JEPQ dividend, I think, is paying out this week. Yeah, so we're getting a $5.26 on JEPQ being reinvested. And then, as you guys know, the only thing I'm also investing into is QQQ. We got a nice little payout, dividend payout, about 28 cents, which is not too much, but we'll take it. As I said, stay tuned for the video where I restructure my Roth IRA. Still haven't set it up yet. I'm trying to get it to a day where I can just be active in the market and do it live for you guys. So that's why I've been holding off on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what the overall count is sitting at now. All right. Yeah, we at that $52,681.27. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we holding strong. We holding strong. Even though y'all been in the comments talking about, oh, you're leveraged too much. You going too crazy on TSLL. Like, yo, we making our money. We doing our thing. We still doing, like, making gains and making strides within the portfolio. Like, we still making it, making it work. So, and we still got a lot of buying power, so we're going to be placing a lot of trades. So stay tuned. If you guys have not joined the Discord, make sure you guys join up on the Discord. I do drop some plays, some of my option plays throughout the week, so you don't want to miss that. Go ahead and do that. And if you guys got any questions, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram and hit me up. The link is in the description. So let's go ahead and get into how much they charged us in interest this month. Yes, sir. So, well, as you guys can see, these are the dividends. These are the dividends that we got paid out. We got a lot of different dividends. I'm not going to do all the math for adding all these up, but yeah, we got a lot of different payouts. And as you guys can see, our pending $1,000 deposit. Yep, we got all of that. And then here it is. We got paid, or we got charged $85.83 in margin interest for borrowing nearly $20,000. It's saying it was an average of $17,000 because it didn't get to calculate it or charge me all throughout the month, because we was in and on and off and in and out of margin, like increasing and decreasing. So that's the number. It kind of averages it out. And that was from July 4th, well, June 4th to July 4th. So that's when it charges me, and this is at a 5.75% interest rate. This is beautiful, man. You can't complain. I honestly cannot complain. If I'm borrowing $20,000 and you only charging me $85 per month to borrow that money, so I'm making the money back on top of paying you guys back your money, like, you can't beat this. Like, just alone in 1 week, you guys know I got paid just from MSTY. The dividend from MSTY covers all of that interest. And then, what was it? One of the call trades, what's it called? Give me 1 second. My TSLL call, or we'll even go to the put, which was less money. The call, we made $315 off the call. And then for the put, we made $148. So we're more than doubling the amount of money, that they're charging us in interest. That's why I'm telling you guys, I'm like, that's why I use margin, and that's why I've been doing it. Now, you guys, I'm not encouraging you guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not encouraging you guys to use margin, because your situations, your scenarios may be different than mine. As you guys know, I dump in $1,000 on a weekly basis into my account, so I can bring down my margin a lot faster. And if I really wanted to, this is for that person in the comments that was questioning. I can give up my TSLL shares, sell it at a loss, and just clear up all this margin within a week or within 2-3 weeks maximum. So that just gives you an idea of what's really going on. But yeah, that's pretty much the weekly portfolio. This is all the different. You guys might want to slow down on the video if you want to see what, what I've been buying into, what payouts I've been getting. But yeah, stay tuned. We got a lot of things to cover, a lot of things to upload. But yeah, without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your post bell notification, leave a comment for feedback. Follow me on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram, join up on the Discord that is free to join. And make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. I'll also be posting a little bit of shorts on there too. So yeah, without further ado, it's Captain 110, and I'm signing out.